Hello, I'm Whitney,
And I'm Taylor.
and we are the Ghost Sisters.
Yas.
Woohoo.
Woohoo. So, what are we doing today?
What we do every day, Pinky? Try to take over the world.
Oh my gosh.
So today I have a creature feature.
Uh-huh.
Aha. We are looking at we're getting straight into it. There's no news or nothing.
Nope, we got nothing.
Nothing. I did, however, have a thing happen to me and it made me think of you and I was like, I should bring that up.
Okay, let's go.
So the other night I was laying in bed and I felt like on my leg something move.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, huh, maybe it's just the sheet settling or something like that. And then I was like, yeah, but you didn't move just now. And then I started thinking about it more and I was like, you've had that happen more than just now. And like
Mm-hmm.
the sheets don't just settle, you have to move them for them to
Right.
settle. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess at some point they could be like bundled in a way where they're just heavy enough that finally they're like, "Eh." But,
Hmm.
like, yeah, I think something's touched my leg a couple times.
I think it's Stephanie.
Could be Sadie.
I was gonna say it could be Sadie too. Yeah, it could be.
Sadie could jump up and be like, "I'm here, mama."
I've had instances where I feel like Galena or like I feel like a cat jumps up behind me and then I turn around and I'm like, there's nobody there. And I'm like, hi, lean beans.
Holly
So
beans. Yeah,
yeah.
there was one night a couple months ago that I woke up and it felt like there was, like, a dog between my legs, and Sadie
Mhm.
was the only one. Sophie just lays
Yeah.
up as close as she can next to me, but Sadie every now and then would be like, "I wanna be between your legs." And it was,
Yeah.
like, enough, like, I could feel the pressure on my calves and everything, and I was like, "Hey, Sadie, babe." So,
Yeah.
you know,
For context here, Galena passed away in 2018 and she was 9.
and
And
Sadie passed away in 2022, and she was 12?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so,
both rather traumatic losses and stuff. So
yeah.
anytime that I can feel like I have Galena with me, I'm a happy lady. Also, you'll recognize the trend in mineral names with me.
Kind of. You've kind of, like, grown out of it. Not really,
Or
but kind of.
not really. My next animal is going to be Opal. So
Opal. I'm gonna call
Opal
him
or Michael.
Opie.
Micah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
call him Opie.
Lovely.
Opie
Opie
and Mike,
dopey.
Mike. Mike, Mike.
Mike.
So,
So, well,
anyways, that
cool.
was my little thing that I was like, I
Yeah.
should probably tell Taylor about
Yeah, that's
my deal.
I'm always up for especially animal ghosties. Like,
Yeah.
hi animal ghosties.
So, hop,
So,
babies. Just
mhm.
saying hi. So,
Yep.
with that, we're gonna get into a different kind of spirit. We are
Mhm.
going to talk about Engkanto. It may
Okay.
sound like I'm saying Encanto, which is close. Engkanto,
Mhm.
Enkanto, not T-O,
ENGKA in tow.
to. I'm still not wrong. Anyways, it does come from
Legit.
the Spanish word encanto, which means
Mhm.
enchantment or charm, and it's just a lovely movie in general. So
It was. It's
it
one of
was,
the few recent ones that I actually watched.
I know, I got a lot of Disney feels from a bunch of this. Okay, not a lot. There's just a couple things that I'm like, oh, ah, because the rest is a little terrifying. But
Sure. I mean,
you know, to each their own. Anyway,
yeah.
so it's based off of the Spanish word encanto, meaning enchantment. These guys are known to be, I say known, they are thought to be environmental spirits known within the Philippines and are often associated with spirits of ancestors of the Philippines.
Okay.
They are also called Dewata. So I think
Okay.
that's just a exchange of name. You can kind of use it interchangeably of Dewata or Encanto. Um,
Okay.
They can be either male or female. Female are actually named Encantada, which is Spanish for the word encantada without the G, meaning
Mhm.
enchantress and charmed. And then the males are called Engcantado. Cantata,
Okay.
cantado. You know, male, female, all that fun
Yeah.
stuff. Yay, language. Um,
Mhm.
they're also thought to be kind of like sirens. So we're getting into that whole thing. And also just kind of elves in general.
Okay.
So fun. Yeah. All right. Fun spirits.
Fun
So
spirits.
one of the legends says that they actually are lost souls or that they are angels who actually disobeyed God at the same time that Lucifer rebelled and was cast out of heaven. And they just happened to be kicked out and found themselves among the trees and the woods and everything like that with the mortals.
Huh. Okay.
That's one theory. So somehow we went from, you know, elves to angels. I'm not sure where
Yeah,
the
they're fallen angels. Okay.
aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
Little angel. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna move on from that. So they kind of follow. I really started thinking about like my German episode as far as like they just kind of do what they want. They can be good, they can be bad, but it really just depends on your encounter with them and how you treat them and how they're feeling.
Okay.
So, not necessarily,
Same.
yeah, not necessarily a good thing, not necessarily a bad thing, but yeah, it's just kind of one of those they do them.
Yep.
Way to go.
Way to go.
Like I mentioned with the fallen angel thing, they do seem to live not heavily. They live in heavily wooded areas
Okay.
that have large trees. They may be in a river. Some may even live in rocks or boulders, which led me to that's a nice boulder. That is a nice boulder.
Ah,
Anyways,
Shrek.
ah, all roads lead to Shrek.
Yes.
Yes. Normally, though, if you happen upon one of their homes, you're not going to notice whatsoever. It's very inconspicuous. It's not something that you're like, ah, Encanto lives there. Nope, you're just going to be like, that's a boulder.
It's
That
got a
is
doormat in front of it.
welcome, enter. Or it's actually one of those ones that says like leave, enter, or whatever. Like it's written all
Depending on
funky.
which way you're
Yeah,
going.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Or it says fuck off. That's what mine should say. It should just be fuck off.
Mhm.
Unless
Fair.
you have candy or
Yeah,
cake.
unless you've got those stupid, what are they? The world class chocolate bars that they sell at the frickin' like fundraisers.
No, those I'm sorry, y'all. If your kids sell those aren't good at all. But we'll buy them because we support them. But at the same time, get some real good fucking chocolate. That shit is not good.
But I like them. I personally like it's they're a dollar each and they're good.
I'm
Like they
judging
get the
you.
craving done. I don't
They
mind
I
that you're judging me.
they there has not been one that I have tried that I've been like, that was a good candy bar. Each time I have it, I'm like, blech, blah, blah,
The
blah.
one the one with the Rice Krispies in it is good.
No. It's the chocolate itself that I think is terrible.
Oh, no, like the
Yeah,
chocolate
don't
mixed with the Rice Krispies are like no, I'm not equating it to something like good. I'm just saying that whenever they come around, I'm like, you got the Rice Krispie ones?
okay. So you're
So
saying for a dollar
yes,
it's
exactly.
worth
For
a
a
dollar.
dollar,
Okay. We're
it's
saying
pretty
the
good
same
chocolate.
thing,
Yeah.
but in a different way. Okay.
Yes.
I think,
Yes.
I hope,
I would
or else.
definitely not pay like retail price for that.
Okay. I was trying to think I was trying to think what the retail price of that would be because in my
It's
mind
like
I'm
two
like,
bucks.
see, in my mind I'm like 25 cents.
Well, that's because we live in the past.
No, it's
There
because I
was
think it's garbage chocolate.
oh no, yeah, but I mean like if you were to buy like if they were to sell that retail, it would probably be 2 or 3 bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because now I'm having different thoughts about fundraising. Anyways, all right. So they
We
live
got
in
onto a weird
inconspicuous
topic.
spaces. Yes.
Yes.
Food. It'll always happen that way.
It
Anyways,
really will, yeah.
So, yes, very inconspicuous. You're not going to know where they live. They will not have a doormat, but they do happen to like kind of being near humans. Like they're not going to live like with the humans for the most part, but they will be around them in some way.
Okay.
So,
Fair.
so both the male and the female are said to be gorgeous. Just what? What did you what?
I, I thought you said guad Jess, and I was like,
Gua
the fuck does that mean?
they're
Now I realized that you were saying gorgeous.
gorgeous. Or
Yes.
maybe they're gorgeous and it's like godlike gorgeous. We should
Maybe.
make that a word. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
It's hard to say though. I don't like it.
It
Okay.
is really
So
difficult to say.
they are very beautiful. The women are said to be much taller than mortal women. They have long golden hair. They're a very cylinder frame. They've got blue eyes and an angelic face.
Okay.
I mean, who amongst us doesn't? Right?
I certainly have an angelic face.
I thought you were about to say I certainly don't. And I was like, God damn it, Taylor. Shit. So the men are just as beautiful as the women. They're also very tall. They've got pale or kind of whitish looking skin, but they are super good looking. Some sources say that the women are said to have a red tint to their skin, but I didn't find that very often. For the most part, they're just pale. Yeah, they
They
got
just have
rosacea.
rosacea.
Yeah. They're these supernatural beings that suffer from rosacea,
Yeah.
which actually, though, actually, they do actually age like humans. They can become ill and they can even die or pass away from illnesses in old age. So maybe they do have rosacea.
What a weird, like, that's so weird to me that they basically are humans, but they're not humans.
So one of the sources that I found said that they are considered to be human like, but enchanted.
Okay. Okay.
So
That
so
makes sense.
they
Okay.
they're better than us because they're fancy and they can do shit to us, but they
Mhm.
are still somewhat mortal. Like they do age and everything, but I didn't see anything about lifespan. I don't think anyone has like seen them in the wild and researched like now we see a young Engkanto running through the forest. Like we've not seen that. So we don't
It's on the hunt.
it's on the when the female finds a male human. No. So anyways,
So I had to switch my mindset of how I'm thinking about them. They're
yes.
more it's more like the Wendigo or something like that, that it's like a human that turns into that kind of thing.
No.
But it's more like a witch.
No.
No. A
At no
human
point
that is
at no point are they human. They are human like and are enchanted. So they are human-esque
okay.
and enchanted. Remember, we're talking about them
Okay.
as like elves and sirens and
Okay.
they are human-like forms and they
Okay.
can age and everything like humans, but they are not humans.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
They're not immortal, but they're not mortal.
Sure.
There you go. Okay.
I'm there. I'm there
All
now.
right. All
Yes.
right. So my last thing about their appearance is I did find one source that says that they don't have a philtrum.
A what?
What? I did the same thing. I was like, "Pardonnez-moi, explain yourself." A philtrum is this part of the dip underneath your nose above your lip. So I
Yeah.
don't know if that means that that's just flat in general or if they look like Voldemort, but like really attractive.
Or if they have super fish lip.
No, I don't think they have superficial lip. It didn't say anything about like it being gone. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but it
Yeah.
did specify they may not have a philtrum. So
What a very specific part of the body to be lacking.
exactly, like, I feel like if they were like, "They don't have a belly button," you would be like, "Okay, that
Legit.
makes sense." But no,
Mhm.
they may not have this little dip underneath their nose.
Ha.
So, very
Who would
strange.
have guessed?
So, their little quote unquote society may be made up of children and young adults and regular adults and elderly because of the fact that, they do age and apparently they get busy and they have babies and all that fun stuff. So, you know,
Okay.
I get you got me monologuing. back to man,
It's
it
exactly
is
what I thought of.
always gonna be some sort of Disney, Pixar, DreamWorks,
Mhm.
because I'm a child.
Same.
So, what can they do to you, Taylor? These somewhat good, somewhat bad, human, non-human spirit things.
I'm gonna say that they can do anything they fucking want to.
Kinda, a little bit.
Okay.
They
Yay.
so as I mentioned, some are good, some are bad, and some like to just kind of play tricks on humans. They're playful. Sometimes they're just like, haha, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to trick you a little bit, and I'm going to go on about my life. However, if one happens to live in a tree near your home, it's said that they can give you some good luck. They may be able to help you out with something, just whatever it is that may be good luck for you.
Mhm.
If you are good to them and you are nice and you are respectful, it's possible that they can also help you cure different illnesses. They may be able to give you some type of reward. They may even be able to bless you with good fortune, like health, bountiful crops. However, you need to ask for this. It's not just something that they will give you. You need to ask for it and you need to be very respectful.
They're like mind readers.
Yeah, how am I supposed to know what the fuck you want? I'm a
You
weird
need
human,
fortune or
non
you want me to trick your ass?
trick or treat. Trick or treat. So,
Well, that's
on
cool. They're kind of
on
a chaotic neutral.
well, so on the flippy flop, uh,
Oh, okay.
if they hate or dislike you or you have angered them, they may make you sick to a point where modern medicine will not be able to cure you. Um,
Oh, damn.
or they may even cause like mental illnesses, depression, that kind of stuff. So like don't
Ooh,
fucking piss them off.
maybe I have angered one.
Do you know? You live near trees, you live near a river. I'm sure there's
I
a
live
rock
near
somewhere. You pick up a lot of rocks. Taylor,
I
you
was gonna say
fucked with them.
I've got 40 rocks in my house alone. Like
40. I think you have more than 40.
I've got
Yeah,
I've got hundreds.
you done did fucked up. I don't know how,
Yeah,
but you did. So,
fair.
again with the chaotic neutral, they are not. They are just chaotic because it's
Okay.
possible they could just take your soul.
Oh, we gonna skip the mental fucking and all that, and we just gonna take your soul.
So, it said if you see a woman in a lake or a river, ignore her. Ignore that. Nope. Fuck right off. Not
We have
dealing with your
learned
bullshit.
Yes, we have learned that if there is a woman out in the middle of the night in anything in or in the middle of a river or a lake or anything, it's either La Llorona or it's going to kill you, so just leave it alone.
Yeah, especially if it's crying. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You'll figure out your own life. Sorry. Gotta go.
Yes.
Moving on. Yeah,
Yes.
so don't try to help her. Don't listen to her if she talks to you. Do not accept anything that she may offer it because in return, you will then owe her your soul.
Ugh.
She gonna take that shit. She gonna be like, "You mine
Mhm.
now." If a man happens to be lured into the woods by an Encantada, the female version, and he
Mhm.
comes out all kind of like loopy and spaced out, kind of crazed, it's believed that he did the damn thing of ignoring that stupid bitch and turning her down, and now he's fucking crazy because of it.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, yeah, it's not we're not winning here at all. And if he doesn't come out super duper crazy, chances are he doesn't come out at all and he's just found dead.
Great.
I didn't see anything that said how they may kill you, but chances are it's not good. I don't know. I think of like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what movie I'm thinking of, but like the jaw opens up and then there's these like spiky teeth and stuff, and it's like, God, that's what I
Yeah.
imagine happens is they're like all human looking and then all of a sudden it just transforms and you
Yeah.
die. So,
That sounds about right. Yeah. Wouldn't
yeah.
surprise me.
Yeah. So again, back to ignoring this shit. If you hear any voices, if you hear any singing or laughing in or near the woods, chances are that you have encountered a gathering of Incantada. and they're
If
having a
I'm
party.
if I'm hearing anything like that near the woods, you can guarantee I'm not going near it.
Oh, fuck no.
Like, mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
mm-mm,
I mean, well, I don't know. There's a possibility I might.
mm-mm.
Curiosity might get the best of me because I might be like, we got witches out here. We got a campfire going. What we got going? Let me go
Who
find
we
this.
sacrificing?
Who's happening? Let's go have an adventure today. And then
No.
I would die. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, because ignore that shit. Do not at all say if it's making you feel any sort of way. Don't be like, hey, that shit's crazy. This is weird. What's that seeing? Don't talk about it at all because, that's going to draw attention to you. And chances are they're probably going to kill you, take your soul, give you misfortune, all that fun stuff. So don't do that
Yeah.
shit. Knock it off.
Yep.
So, aside from just ignoring it, you can also ask permission to pass through or say tabi tabi po, which means excuse me or may I pass.
Oh, okay.
So, in the native Philippines tongue, which
Yeah.
I think is Tagalog.
Sure.
Tagalog. So, yeah, tabi tabi po means excuse me or may I pass in Tagalog.
Okay.
If at some point you find yourself in the presence of one and food is involved, it's a very specific
It
situation.
really is. I'm also like, I feel like we're gonna have a kindred spirits moment here.
Yeah, so if you somehow, I don't know, end up to the weird party in the woods and it's a dinner party, I guess cool, not cool, it's weird. I feel like I would
Yeah.
be really suspicious if someone super duper beautiful was like, "Come join me for a feast in the woods." I would be like,
Yeah.
"No,
Nope. I'm busy. Thank you.
cannot, do not want." And then they'd be like, "There will be cake." And I'll be like, "And I'll be there. All
Yeah.
right,
Be
sorry."
like, yep. Hang on, let me call some friends.
What kind of cake? Either way, if you end up in any situation where an Encanto is offering you food or eating with you in any sort of way, they don't like salt at all. Like, they don't put salt in their food or anything like that, and they actually may use it as a trick for humans. So if you ask for salt, it actually may enrage the host. And at that point, you may find this to be the end of your visit or the end of your life.
I was gonna say, it sounds to me like they're very black and white thinking as far as if you enrage me, you're gonna die. So,
Yeah, but then I also think about, like, a lot of chefs and stuff and how they're like they get really butthurt if someone's like, "Can I have salt?" And it's like, "Alright, look, don't get
mhm,
butthurt about this." I mean, yes, you should season your food appropriately so it does taste good, but some people, they either can't taste it, and so they need more salt, or they just really like salt.
I
Like,
just
just
really like salt.
just fucking let these people live their lives. I don't know why you're upset about this, but whatever.
Most most food is just a vessel to get salt into my face. So,
Okay.
mhm.
That's not the case for me. Most times it's a vessel for either cheese or some type of sugar. So,
Well, I mean, yeah, that too, but like,
you know,
salt is good.
we've had a lot of food talk today. So,
I'm hungry.
I'm like, I think I've got cake downstairs.
I was gonna say I'm gonna have the rest of my black tie mousse cake for dessert. I'm
I feel
excited.
like I feel like Linda, whenever they're at we're talking about Bob's Burgers now. Linda, whenever they're at the bat mitzvah and everything, and she's like, "Ooh, crepes. Crepes look good. They look real good. Crepes. Crepes."
Crepe, crepe, crepe.
Yeah. That's me with
Yes.
cake right now, and I'm just like, "Just fucking give me some cake." Arr.
Yep.
Anyways, alright, so you may end up dying at this beautiful dinner party because you asked for salt, or you may be held captive.
Great.
Woohoo! And unless your family figures it out, you're not gonna be let go. If your family does figure it out, they then have to perform a ritual by a faith healer who will suggest creating so much noise outside of their suspected home that eventually the Encanto will not be able to handle that noise. Same girl, same. And eventually they will give back the relative. So basically, they're like, shut the fuck up, have him back.
You annoy them to action. I love it.
Yeah, you're just like, no, no. No. Mm-mm. Now, so they do like humans, and it is possible for them to fall in love with humans. Of course, as I'm sure you've figured out by now, it's a bad idea.
Yeah, it really is.
Don't do it. However, if they do fall in love with you, chances are now they are going to dote on you. You are now their world. They are going to give you everything. They are going to give you gifts and make you very prosperous. They are going to be just so infatuated with you. They just fucking love you. Now, if you reject them,
I was gonna say, but
but if you reject them, they may end up making you so super duper sick. Like, not okay. You're probably gonna die.
yeah.
They may also end up just punishing you in some way, shape, or form. Which I feel like death is it's a pretty big punishment. So,
Is
you know,
it?
I think so. I think that's kind of like the end all be all of punishment. So,
Yeah. Mhm.
mm. The other thing that they may do is just take you by force.
Okay.
They're gonna force you into their love. Um,
Goodness, they not heard of, Title
Consent?
IX stalking laws?
No, they don't give a fuck. They're beautiful, and that's all they know.
Okay.
If they do manage to be with a human and they happen to have a baby, it is said that the offspring is not as attractive as the Encanto parent.
Well, yeah, because you
They
got human mixing with Encanto and
Yeah, genetics. I feel
yeah,
like we've talked about this before. Genetics, it's a whole thing.
yeah.
We gotta look at this. It is this is what one source said, no one at me. It's believed because they end up with having even paler skin and normally blonde hair everywhere, like eyebrows, hair, eyelashes, and everything. People who have albinism are said to be offspring of an Encanto and a
Hmm,
human. So,
interesting.
yeah. But moral of the story is do your best to be like, how about you just fuck right off and hope that they don't take your soul?
Yeah,
That's really the only way to deal with these guys, apparently.
fair enough. Okay.
Yeah. So I did find something about one of the more famous Encantadas, Makiling. I
Sure.
hope I'm saying that right. Maria Makiling is the guardian spirit of the mountain, Mount Makiling. She's the protector of its bounty, its townspeople, and also protects it from deluge, which are severe floods.
Yes.
Deluges? Yes, severe floods,
Deluges.
deluges. I even in my head read that as deluges and then was like, deluge? Oh. So yeah, severe floods, storms, and earthquakes. It's said that the mountain itself it resembles her. So the peaks and everything is like her face and her breasts, and then like her hair kind of going off of her body, sloping downwards. So that's what it said to kind of look like.
Moana vibes.
Yup. That's why I was like, oh my God, Disney. So it was believed that Maria McKilling, she was a beautiful young woman. She was a creature that was a half nymph, a half sylph, and she was born under the moonbeams of the Philippines.
Okay.
And she lived and resided on this mountain. People didn't try to come to see her. It just happened to be that they would come into contact with her. And what would
Okay.
happen is they would get lost and then just kind of stumble upon her, and she would, of course, help them out, give them good luck, and all of that kind of stuff. And they would be able to leave and go back home, but they would never be able to find her again. And they would actually never be able to explain what her home looked like. So it just kind of
Okay.
like would be wiped from their memory.
Yeah.
Um, Now, it is also said that if a man happens to disappear on this mountain, Mount McKilling, chances are that the guardian spirit, she took him.
Yep, I was
And
gonna say he done got.
she took him as her lover and decided to make him her spouse and to help take care of, guardian things with her, I guess.
Guardian things.
I don't know. I don't know what you, the husband of a guardian, would do, but
Mhm.
that's what's said to have happened.
Okay.
The other thing is if you do find yourself on the mountain, it is okay if you pick the fruit and everything in there and you eat it and all of that kind of stuff. She'll let that happen. I see you squinting.
Mhm.
But if you take any of the food off of the mountain and back home, you will face her wrath. She's fucking pissed. She's like, "Don't be doing that shit. That's my fruit." No,
But that doesn't what? Like, uh, okay.
because you are in her space, in her home, enjoying her fruit. You are not allowed to take her fruit outside of her home. It's hers.
Okay, I get you. It'd be the same thing as, like, somebody coming in and taking a peanut butter jelly sandwich and then leaving. And you'd be
Okay.
like,
Peanut butter jelly is not where I thought that would go, but yeah.
well, but yeah, it's like, "What the fuck, man? That's my bread and I paid for that shit. What are you doing? Go
Right.
make your own PB&J." Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's like, "I got all this fruit and shit. You are welcome to it, but don't be taking shit."
Right.
So you will face her wrath, but the only way to appease her is to return the fruit or throw them away, and then reverse your clothing inside out so that she knows that you are no longer hiding or carrying any more of her fruit.
Okay. That reversing your turning your clothes inside out really threw me there, so
Yeah, it's a thing. So that is the information that I could find on the Incantado and the Incantata, Encantado, Encantado. I
Encanto?
just yep, Encanto. I was like, I just keep saying the male version of it. Yeah, so another thing that I have is it's gonna be an interesting name. Get ready
Okay,
for it. Okay?
I'm ready.
So we are going to talk about the Rougarou
The what now?
or the Loup Garou.
What?
So thank you for that. So the Loup Garou is mainly based in French culture.
That
Um,
was that's that already threw me. I wasn't expecting French.
yeah, so we're going with it. So Loup Garou is translated as loup, the French word for wolf,
Mhm.
and garou, the Frankish word for garulf, which means wolf. So wolf, wolf.
Moon moon.
Moon. But it also eventually morphed into the Cajun version of Rougarou. So this is actually a French Creole creature that is in Louisiana.
Sure.
But it also, because there's French Canadian, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So pretty much anywhere that there's a French settlement, there is the legend of some sort of Loup Garou or Rougarou. So I'm going to go back and forth with saying Loup Garou and Rougarou because
I mean, it's all the same to me, man.
yeah. So as stated, it's like a werewolf. It's said to have like the head of a dog or of a wolf, but have the features of a human body, but has fur that's either black or kind of like a charcoal color. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just like a really hairy chested man or if it's like fur.
Okay.
So I'm not positive there, but it said that it does have like eyes that glow in the dark and it has sharp, long teeth and claws.
Okay.
So, typical werewolf
Classic.
kind of
Yes.
stuff. Yeah. So while most descriptions say that it has like a wolf head and a human body, there's also some sources that say it basically just looks like a human, but it has a snout for a nose instead.
No, I don't like that. Ugh.
I'm sure with still the long. But now I'm wondering if instead of like long claws, they just have like really well manicured long nails
I
and
don't
a
know.
snout.
You know what I think of?
And they're like, fierce girl.
Yup. You know what I think of?
What?
Animorphs.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was an awesome book show, everything. Yes, Animorphs.
Yes.
Yes. So now, despite its looks, it can be dangerous.
I would anticipate so.
Uh-huh. So it's said to like attack livestock and humans, but it can also curse humans, which leads them to like a lifetime of bad luck and misfortune. But it seems like most people believe the theory of a Rougarou is just to like keep children in line.
Okay, so it's like the German scare tactics we were talking about. Or even just the scare tactics that people were using to keep their kids in line.
The German scare tactics? What?
Was like
we were talking about La Llorona.
Yes, La Llorona. Oh God.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, the Spanish scare tactics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I may have been thinking of a different podcast. It all runs together.
Yeah. So becoming a Rougarou, Loup Garou, there's a few ways to become one. So the very first theory, here we go, is that a child who is naughty is going to be turned into one, or at least a Rougarou will come and steal you in the night. And then I guess turn you into one. I'm not really sure how, but basically it's a way to tell your kids don't be a little shit.
Yeah, legit.
And then you'll be safe. So,
do you want to be a giant wolf man?
You want to be a Rougarou?
Honestly, I 100%, if somebody was like, you want to be a giant wolf man? I'd be like, yep, let's go.
Well, this took a turn. It's not the answer you thought. So it gets very specific. But remember, we're talking about French, and we're talking about like French settlement. So all of these theories started from highly Catholicism populations.
Okay.
So very specific is Catholics who don't follow Lent accordingly may find themselves to turn into one.
Oh dang, I'd be a root guru.
Rougarou, not root guru.
A Rougarou.
Rougarou.
A Rougarou. The Rougarou.
Oh my God. Okay.
A Rougarou, I would be that like 600 times over now.
Yeah, you really would, because the other way is Catholics who actually don't participate in Lent for a consecutive 7 years will turn into one.
Yeah. Just for a note, we're not Catholic, but still.
No.
If I was Catholic, I would, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I do get into like ways to stop it and everything. Mm-hmm. And I didn't come across it, but I'm assuming if you just are not Catholic.
Problem solved. Let's go.
It seems to be it's based in Catholicism. So I think if you are not Catholic, you should be fine.
It's a non-problem.
Rougarou should leave you alone.
Mm-hmm.
So the other one is, of course, the classic werewolf trope. You done got bit.
You done got bit.
So it may be that a current Rougarou or Loup Garou picks you as their next victim to pass on the curse. But I don't see anything about it like it passes on the curse and then they are free and they go back to doing their human things, or just like they're making a clan, they're making an army. I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
So back in the 16th century, I'm sure this is no surprise to you whatsoever, humans decided that whenever someone was acting weird and they didn't like it, they would then capture them and take them to court and have basically a public hearing to which the court officials would basically ask the public, so think this person's a Loup Garou? And those people would be like, yeah. And then that person would be deemed a Loup Garou. I didn't see anything about what the punishment is, but I can only assume based on like Salem witch trials and that kind of stuff. I'm sure it's not a good thing to be called.
Not good, yeah.
To be a Loup Garou. So
I didn't anticipate it has something to do with like drawing and quartering or something.
Yeah, nothing good. So how you can prevent it? Well, back to the classic werewolf thing. Just carry some silver around.
Okay, fair.
You know, doesn't say to shoot them. Just keep silver on you and they will leave you alone.
Okay.
Natural wolf repellent, werewolf repellent.
Werewolf repellent.
One of the ways is if you come into contact with one and you hurt it or shed its blood, it will then change back into its human form. Which, woohoo! Except now, the bad news is that for 101 days, very specific, 101 days, you are now cursed as a Loup Garou, and you should not say anything about the encounter with the Loup Garou that you shed the blood of and turned into. Because if you do, then you will permanently become one. If, however, you do not say anything about it, you'll go back to living your own life.
Okay. It's a temporary affliction. Okay.
101 days. I mean, think about it. That's what? 4.5 months?
Yeah.
You got like almost a whole year. Think of how Christmas would be.
It's 3.5 months.
Yeah. Still, think about how Christmas would be.
Yeah.
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 The whole holiday season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It probably would be very easy for you to just like attack family members and be like, nah, you're a Loup Garou now. Yeah, bitch.
You bitch. You bitch.
So in those cases where there was a Loup Garou that, attacked you or whatever, chances are that it was just a jealous or a former friend of yours.
Casual, sure.
Yeah, I mean...
Just turning into wolves eating people.
I know when Becky stole something from me, I was pissed.
Revenge.
Revenge. Loup Garou revenge. The very last way that you can protect yourself, probably the best way, close to the silver. You can put 13 small objects outside of your door or your windows. Apparently, with that, the Loup Garou, when it comes to your house to attack you, will feel compelled to count those.
What? Is he the Count from Sesame Street? What is this?
No. He's like a Dracula. He's like a vampire. So this is a werewolf, and it's nothing to do with Sesame Street. Oh. So he feels compelled to count everything. However, he apparently did not pass first grade.
So he's just going to be like 1.
He cannot count
60.
He can't count past 12.
Gotcha. So he's like, God damn it, what comes after 12?
What is it? It's 1, 2, 3. So 11, 12.
63?
70. Shit. So apparently that's enough to keep him super.
I just imagined like this big ass hairy wolf guy standing outside of somebody's window with like 13 marbles there, and he's like 12, and then all of a sudden it's like system error, and he shuts down, and he's just like like gaping mouth staring up at the sky like cannot compute. I love it.
So apparently that's exactly what happens. Is he either gets so frustrated or he just keeps trying to count it. So he just keeps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And he does that until sunrise, at which point he turns back into, I guess, a smart human, back at his own home. He's not just going to transform on your front doorstep.
13! It's all so obvious now.
But I mean, to be fair, because I was like, okay, so does it mean that the person is dumb and can't count that high? Yeah. Or is it just that the Loup Garou that's dumb and can't count that high?
I don't know.
Because I don't care that you have a PhD. If you turn into a zombie, you're not going to identify what rock that brain is sitting on. You are going to be like, there is a fucking brain.
It's a fucking brain. Eat that shit.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's the Loup Garou that's stupid.
Probably.
So,
yeah.
Not to say if you can't count past 12 that you're stupid, but
just putting that soother out there.
I feel like most can.
Yes.
Especially if they're not, looking like a wolf.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, that's what I found on Loup Garou. I thought it was a fun little blurb.
You threw me with the French, and then there was a wolf that can't count past 12, and it was a ride, man. That was a ride. I liked it.
Well, Loup Garou. Don't turn into one.
Yep. I don't plan on it.
Good. Well,
so
I guess we will spook you later, bitches.
Yeah, spook you later. If you are interested in reaching out to us, maybe you have encountered a Loup Garou or a Rougarou.
Or are you a Loup Garou or Rougarou?
Oh. If so, hit us up on Insta at TheGhostSistersTX or Gmail, TheGhostSistersTX@gmail.com. We are also on Twitter and Facebook, The Ghost Sisters, and that's it.
Yes.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks. See you on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye.